the person I was, I've always been a person who had my way. I always been a breadwinner. And at that moment, God said, call her. My pride was so big that I didn't even want to call her to let her know I ain't have $12. God kept saying, no, we're going to do it the right way. You got to quit showing up and not finish. I called, I said, listen, I don't mean no harm. I said, I'm homeless at the time. I said, I'm sleeping in my car in hotel parking lots. I said, and I was obedient. Did what God told me to do. I said, I went down there to get my birth certificate and they wouldn't give it to me because I didn't have it all on Cash App. And I didn't have it all in cash. I said, so thank you for helping me apply for this job. But when I get it, I'll go get it. You know what that lady told me? She told me, she said, listen, I could lose my job for this. Give me your Cash App and I'm going to send you $12 so you can go get your birth certificate. In that moment, it was a lesson because God was showing me how everybody I showed up for couldn't show up for me when I was at my lowest. See, God said, I'll take you from the familiar and place you with the unfamiliar so the familiar can no longer recognize you. I was suffering in silence for 8 whole months and nobody saw it. I was suffering in silence for 8 months and nobody began to help me for the people who did know. That lady sent me $12. I went and got my birth certificate. I got the job. I worked at DHEB for 2 weeks. And when I got paid, I said, God, this ain't no money. I ain't gonna never get out of my car. I ain't gonna never come out. I said, God, I can't do this. I said, God, I know you ain't give me no job. Check $200 and some. Huh? It's cold outside. I got to keep warm, running my car all night. So the $200 was gone when I made it, when I got it. I remember the next day, I got up. The day before that. No, the next day I got up. And I was headed to the car wash to change my clothes, wash my stuff, change my clothes in the back seat, brush my teeth, and go to work. And what was so different about this day was God said, don't go to work. I was like, what you mean don't go to work? I'm answering God. He said, I said, don't go. I said, God, I gotta go. Because I told you that if you gave me a job, I'm going to stand on business and be obedient and do what it is that I got to do to make sure I can get where I need to be. Right? That ain't the plan God had for me. I went stopping at the gas station. I got my cup of coffee. I got me a banana. Had a couple dollars, put a little gas in the car. Got back in the car. So as I proceed to continue on my way to work, God said again, didn't I tell you not to go to work? And I'm sitting there, I'm going to work because I ain't got no choice. I'm trying to get out of my car. This ain't who I am. Once again, y'all know I be saying when you're uncomfortable, you're growing. When you're comfortable, you ain't making no progress. See, I was so uncomfortable that even though the job paid nothing, I still wanted to go. I still wanted to go because I knew I ain't have nothing. It was when God pulled, it seemed like God just took the steering wheel, pulled me over. I sat there for a minute. God said in that moment, everything you need in the trunk of your car. Sat there for a minute. I said, everything I need in the trunk of my car. I'm trying to figure out what's in the trunk. So I finally decided to get out the car and go to the trunk because I needed to know. God said everything I needed was in the trunk of the car, so I need to go see what's in the trunk of the car, so I can see where he going with this. And in that moment, I got out. I went to the trunk of my car. I opened the trunk. I had 500 business cards in my car because I was in the process of opening a cleaning business when I fell on hard times. And so, okay, I got the cards out of the trunk. I got back in the front seat. And I said, God, what you want me to do with this? I ain't even got no money to buy the stuff I need if somebody did use me to clean the house or business. God told me, he said, you take one step, I take two. I need you to trust me on this one. Said, okay, I trust you. I got up, I went and put the cars out. I know what size of town I went to because I was based upon my finances at the time. Okay? Put the cars out. A week later, passed, I ain't have no job at this point now. And nobody ain't called me yet from them business cards God told me to put out. I remember going to bed, letting my seat back. Matter of fact, I did worship every night. And during the time of me doing this worship, God said to me, I was so discouraged and so low. I was angry with God at this point in my life. And I remember telling God, I said, God, I'm angry and I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to fight no more. I'm tired. I give up. God said, give up. God said, for every day that you slept in your car, I'm going to give you a warm, cozy bed. God told me, he said, for every day that you slept in your car, I'm going to give you a warm, cozy bed. For every day that you had to choose gas over food just to keep warm, I'm going to give you more food than your stomach can hold. God said, I'll give you a financial overflow. God said, for every day you washed in the backseat of your car, I'm going to give you an unlimited supply of water. Those are the things that God told me. God said, when I bring you out of this, I'm going to give you more than what was lost. Let me say it again. God said, when I bring you out of this, I'm going to give you more than what was lost. But you got to trust me. Because God said, you got to be able to trust what you can't see. And I didn't see myself coming out. I ain't even hold you. I ain't see it. I didn't see it. I said, God, you made me quit my job. I said, I ain't got nothing now. God gave me $20 every day for 8 months. $20 from every day for 8 months. I kept my nails done. I kept my hair done. You know why? Because my nail tech was so loyal to me that she did my nails and I didn't even have to pay for 8 whole months. Listen. The next day I woke up, my phone was ringing off the hook like I was selling drugs. Business calls. My phone rang the next day like I was selling drugs. Number business calls. I asked them where they get my number from. Oh, I got it from such and such. These people was telling me they got my number from places I didn't even go in. Size of town I didn't even touch. And I'm like, I ain't even go over there. But okay. So in that moment, God showed me what being obedient means. God showed me that if you listen to me, I'm going to take you where you got to go. It might take a little longer, but I'm going to get you where you got to go. Fast forward. God, I started working. I got a contract. A couple of them at one time. Everybody was like, how you get that? Favor, right? Now, mind y'all, in the process of all of this, I didn't even have the money to buy the supplies that I needed to even do the work that I was getting. I met a couple, a husband and a wife. They were subcontracting the work. They had the contract. All I had to do was find my own workers, pay my workers, and they split the money with me. But at the time, I didn't like the idea.